Let's move on to the sixth question. See, it's a very lengthy question, so please listen here. It's very important also. Given a uniform electric field E equal to 5 into 10 raised to 3 I Newton per coulomb. I means what? I is the unit vector acting along which axis? Do you remember that I, J, K coordinates unit vectors? Yes, I acts along x-axis, J along y-axis and K along z-axis. So here the direction of electric field is given by 5 into 10 raised to 3 I. I means unit vector pointing along the x-axis. So it means electric field is also acting along x-axis, along positive x direction. Now find the flux of this field through a square of side 20 centimeter. Sorry children, let just make it 10 centimeter. Okay, so 10 centimeter, square of side 10 centimeter, whose plane is parallel to YZ plane. What would be the flux through the same square if the plane makes an angle 30 degree with the x-axis? So here you have, here we have two questions. First, let's try to find out solution for the first question. Okay, so what is given here? Electric field is given which acts along x-axis, and you need to find out the flux of this field through a square. So you need to find out electric flux through a square, and what is the side of that square? 10 centimeter, and the plane of that square is parallel to YZ plane. Okay, so the plane of square is parallel to YZ plane. So what will be the direction of the area vector? You know the area vector will be always perpendicular to the plane. So if plane is along YZ axis, area vector will be normal to this YZ plane. And which is the direction normal to YZ x, right? So our area vector is also acting along the x direction. I hope you understood this concept. See, the plane of the square is parallel to YZ plane. That means the plane of the square is along YZ plane. If plane is along YZ, or if side of the square is along YZ plane, area vector of that side will be perpendicular to YZ plane. And which direction is perpendicular to YZ? That is x direction. So our area vector points along x direction. Electric field is also along x direction. So what is the angle between electric field vector and area vector? It will be 0, because both electric field and area vector points along the same direction, that is x. Okay, so first you need to find out the flux through this square. So here I have written the data, sum of the data, that is if E equal to electric field is 5 into 10 raised to 3 I Newton per coulomb. Area, how will you find out area? Area is, since it is a square, we can find out area using the equation A square. A means side of the square. Side of the square is given, it is 10 centimeter. So area will be 10 square, 10 into 10. Since it is given in centimeter, we need to convert it into meter. So 1 centimeter is 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Since we have centimeter square here, because you know area is centimeter square, right? Obtained in centimeter square. So how will you convert to meter square? Multiply it with 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. You will get the value in meter square. So area is A square. A square is 10 into 10 into 10 raised to minus 4. It is for conversion. Okay. And here 10 into 10 into 10 raised to minus 4 is 10 raised to minus 2. Isn't it? 10 into 10, 10 square. So 10 square into 10 raised to minus 4 is 10 raised to minus 2. Okay. Because the power, you can simplify the power. Now find out the flux. What is the equation to find out flux? Flux phi is equal to EA cos theta. And in the first case, what is theta? We have already discussed theta is 0 degree because electric field and area vector acts along the same direction. So what will be flux? Flux phi is equal to EA cos theta. Theta is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So flux phi is equal to EA. Now what is electric field? Electric field is 5 into 10 raised to 3. And what is area A? Area A is equal to 10 raised to minus 2. So you will get 5 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 is 10. That means 50 Newton meter square per coulomb. So this is the flux for the first case. Now, what is the second case, my dear children? What would be the flux through the same square? What would be the flux through the same square if the plane makes angle 30 degree with the x-axis? Okay. So, plane makes an angle 30 degree with the x-axis. Listen here. For the case 2, a little bit difficult. See, angle of plane with the x-axis, it is given, it is 30 degree. So, what will be theta? Theta is not 30 degree. Theta will be 90 minus 30, that is 60 degree. Okay, because the plane is making an angle 30 degree with the x-axis. If plane makes an angle 30 degree with the x-axis, area vector will make an angle 90 minus 30, that is 60 degree with the x-axis. Okay, so this is the method. Now we can easily find out flux phi. Phi is equal to EA cos theta equal to EA. What is theta? 60 degree. So cos 60 is half, 1 by 2. Now what is EA? We have already find out EA in our first case. What is that? EA is equal to 50. So EA is 50 into half. That means 50 by 2. What is 50 by 2? It is 25 Newton meter square per coulomb. Okay, so this is the answer, and I will give you similar questions as homework. So just try to do it by yourself. It will be given soon after this session. Similar questions will be provided and you can try it by yourself, and questions will be provided soon after the session. Okay. Question number 7. Use Gauss's law to derive the expression for electric field between two uniformly charged large parallel sheets with surface charge densities sigma and minus sigma respectively. So you have already found out expression for electric field intensity due to a single plane sheet charge. And do you remember? Yes, it is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This is the electric field intensity due to a single plane sheet of charge. And we have found it by applying Gauss's law itself. Here you need to find out electric field intensity or electric field between two sheets. You will have two sheets like this, and the two sheets must have opposite charges. So the charge density of first sheet is sigma, charge density of the second sheet will be minus sigma. That means first sheet will be positively charged and the second sheet will be negatively charged. And you must find out the electric field intensity between these two sheets. So I have plotted the case here. So this is the first sheet which is positively charged. This is the second sheet which is negatively charged. This is the first sheet which is positively charged. This is the second sheet which is negatively charged. And also we have divided regions into 3. This is the first region, left side of the positive sheet. And the region between two sheets is region 2, and the region to the right side of the negative sheet is considered as region 3. Just try to find out the electric field, the total electric field in the regions 1, 2 and 3. So first focus on the region 1. In region 1, what will be the two electric fields? See, first one electric field caused by this a positively charged sheet, and that electric field will be acting along this direction, outward. Since it is the positive charge, electric field will be radially or normally outward. Second, there will be an electric field due to this negative charge too, because this region is lying in the electric field created by negative charge. Okay, this sheet also. So this sheet also generates an electric field here, and what will be the direction of that electric field? Towards this sheet, negative sheet. Since it is the negative charge, the direction of electric field is towards the negative charge. So these are the two electric fields acting here. Okay, so the net electric field will be E1 plus E2. Now what is E1? This E1 magnitude is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Why? Because E1 is the charge or electric field due to the single sheet. And we know the electric field due to single sheet. What is that? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. We have already found out using Gauss's law. Okay, in our previous session. But what is the direction? This is acting along negative x-axis. So we can consider it as negative. Next one is E2. E2, again magnitude is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Why? Because it is also the electric field due to this single sheet. So sigma by 2 epsilon naught, and its charge will be plus because it acts along the positive x-axis. So the net electric field is E1 plus E2. E1 is minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught. E2 is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught is equal to 0. So this is the total electric field in the region 1. Similarly, find out the total electric field in the region 2. So in the region 2, E1, E2, both acts along the same direction, right? Because in this direction or in this region, the direction of E1 will be along this way, because the positive charges are there on both sides of the sheet. So in this region, the direction of electric field will be, yes, towards right, and E2, it will be towards right. So both the electric field is acting along the positive x-axis. So it will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught, sigma by 2 epsilon naught. And what will be the total electric field? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, that is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. When you take LCM and simplify, you will get sigma by epsilon naught. And similarly, find out the electric field in the region 3. So here E1 is again in the region 3. E1 is acting along positive x-axis. So sigma by 2 epsilon naught. But E2 is along negative x-axis. So it will be minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So the net electric field will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So the net electric field will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught equal to 0. Okay. So what is the total electric field? In the region between the sheet only, there will be electric field only in the region between these two sheets, and that electric field is sigma by epsilon naught. Okay. So the net electric field due to two oppositely charged parallel plane sheet will be sigma by epsilon naught. Children, with this I am concluding my session. Hope all of you might have understood the numericals. Homework questions are there. Try to solve the numericals yourself. If you have any doubt, just contact me. I will be very happy to solve your doubts and queries. We will meet in the next session. Till then, take care. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning. Thank you.